Nikita RoqueSox here, and welcome to the Sox Box. So, if you've been with my channel for a while, you probably know that I have not had a working phone for a really long time. But finally, last week Tuesday, I got a new phone. And here's the thing with me and getting new phones. I never really know what to do with the old ones, so I end up keeping them. So for today's video, I'm going to show you every phone that I have ever owned. Let's do this. So I got my first cell phone the year I started high school, which on my side of the rock is the 8th grade. And it was one of my father's old phones, and it was the legendary Nokia brick phone. This thing is huge. This thing weighs more than the camera I am using to make this video. And if that is not dramatic enough for you, this thing is heavier than the next 3 phones I'm about to show you combined. This thing can be weaponized. So back when I got this phone, teenagers having phones wasn't a popular thing, so I didn't really have anyone to call or text. So I basically just used this to play Snake all day. The next phone I got was one of my mom's old phones, and it was a Nokia from the era of color screens, but still without a camera. And this phone still actually works. I most recently used it in 2011 when I went for my zoology first year practicals, because we had to dissect frogs during that practical, and this phone has a bullfrog ringtone, and I am evil and like to scare people. The third phone I got was my first non-hand-me-down phone, and it was this Nokia slidey phone. This was so cool back in the day. So I wanted this phone because Pete Wentz had one in the video for Thanks for the Memories. And guess what ringtone I had on this? I'll give you a hint, it was a Fall Out Boy song. Did you guess? If you guessed Thanks for the Memories, you are wrong. It was actually Dance Dance, because that was a little louder. Not that it really mattered because, well, no one ever called me. Next is the only phone I know the name of, my Nokia Express Music. This was by far my favorite phone, and I was very reluctant to give it up, and I only actually replaced it when it had completely broken. Like, this does not turn on at all. And once I replaced this, I got started on a very dark time in my phone history. The next 2 phones I got were Blackberries, and I hate these things so much. They were slow, they were glitchy, and the battery life sucked. I called it the half-life battery because with every charge, the battery life got shorter and shorter. And I would joke about it being an afterlife, but even that is too lively for this thing's battery. So finally, in 2015, I could move on from Blackberries, and because I always had Nokias in the past, I wanted a Nokia because I figured it was a good phone. And because by this point I accepted that I had no social life, so I didn't need a fancy phone, I got the most basic Nokia I could find. And this is the phone that had a mental breakdown after just 1 year. And basically the reason why I have trust issues. You let me down, Nokia! How could you? So in the 1 year that I did not have a phone, I developed an online social life. So when I could finally upgrade my phone again, I wanted something a little fancier. So I now have this giant Samsung something, I think the word Galaxy is in the name of it. I seriously do not know phone names. But yeah, so far this has been great. I can go on Twitter to talk to you guys, and I even got a phone call on this, which is tragically an accomplishment for me and my social life. But yeah, I am not actually using this to be social. I am almost exclusively using my phone to play Pokemon Go, and I'll probably do a whole video on that next month. So yeah, that is my phone history, which is pretty much the history of phones in general. Like, I could honestly open up a phone museum. Can you just imagine that? Like 400 years into the future, kids will be going to museums to look at phones? How weird is that? So before I end this video, I just want to give a quick shout out to my friend Josh. He roasted me on his channel last week, and that video brought me to tears. It was hilarious. So I will have the link to that and his channel at the end of this video, so you can go watch that and subscribe to him. Maybe if he gets more subscribers, he will upload more often. Anyways, that is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to like it, share it, and don't forget to hit subscribe to join the Sox Box and get a Sox in New video every Wednesday. If you want to know what I'm doing the rest of the week, you can head over to my second channel, RoqueSox Uncut, or follow me on my social media, all of which is linked down in the description. So yeah, thanks for watching, and until next week, you just keep rocking.